Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. It's been a while since I've been on here, so I'm feeling a little bit rusty about filming, so apologies if the vibes are off on this one, but I'm filming today my perfect summer book recommendations for you. As we are approaching summer, we need some books to read, so hopefully you find something in this one, because we have a mix of genres from romance to fantasy to thriller to ecological horror. So there's going to be something for everybody here, hopefully. You can find something that you want to read. So let's dive straight in. The first one is Beach Read by Emily Henry. It's basic, it's obvious, but if you love a witty, heartfelt romance with a bit of grief and self-discovery thrown in, you're gonna love this one. Following January, who is a romance author stuck in a little bit of a rut, and also Augustus, who is a literary fiction writer also stuck in a little bit of a rut. They are polar opposites of each other in personality, in writing styles, in every way, and they decide in an attempt to combat their writer's block that they're going to swap writing styles for the summer, and Augustus is going to write a romance and January is going to write a literary fiction novel. This is a beautiful romance novel that is witty and full of banter, but also explores grief and love in a really refreshing way. And I think it's absolutely perfect for those lazy summer afternoons by the beach, by the pool, sitting in your garden, anything you wanted. I think this is one of the most perfect novels for that. So it had to be number one on my list. And probably the most basic on this list as well. The second book on this list is from another very big author, and it's Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is set in the iconic Malibu coast in the 1980s, following the Reavers, who throw this epic end of summer party that you know goes a little bit haywire, and you see the lead up to that. There is so much to this novel. It is very character focused. It dives into family secrets, fame, the downsides of living in the spotlight. It's definitely a harder hitting read than something like Beach Read, but the sun-soaked setting and the vivid descriptions just make this a perfect to give you those quintessential summer vibes that I just personally love in a book that isn't a romance, because I know that romances are mainly what I think about when I think about summer, and I don't want to give too many of those, even though I have quite a lot on this list. So that's one that's like more of a character focused story, a little bit suspenseful. I think you're gonna like it. Next we have another romance. I know, I just said there's a lot of them. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. If you're looking for a fun enemies to lovers novel, this is a really fun one that I thoroughly enjoyed when I read it. Olive and Ethan absolutely cannot stand each other. They hate everything about each other. But when someone's wedding goes horribly wrong and everybody gets food poisoning, nobody can go on the honeymoon, or the bride and groom can't go on the honeymoon. And the only two people who aren't ill, Olive and Ethan, have to take their place on this holiday. And they're not very happy about that as enemies, as I'm sure you can imagine. And their ideal situation would not be being together in Hawaii, but they do have to do it anyway if they want the free holiday. This one is just so fun. The chemistry between them is brilliant, and I love the wit and the humour. It's so funny, and I don't think it's enemies to lovers in a childish way. Like sometimes I get a little bit aggravated by those. I think this one's not like that at all, and I had so much fun reading it years ago now, and I just still remember those summer feelings. And I think I probably want to reread this one this summer. Another romance. There's just a couple more romances, don't worry. The next one is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Amas. Catalina's sister is relentless to get Catalina a boyfriend, and so she enlists the help of Aaron Blackford as a fake date to her sister's wedding. He is the stoic, brooding best man at the wedding, and he is very handsome, 6 foot tall, dark-haired man, my type. This is just one of those heartfelt, slow burn, fake love to love romances that just lifts your spirits in the summer and is such an easy read. And the fact that it's set around a summer wedding in Spain makes this the perfect summer read. I love it. I love reading about somewhere warm and romantic. Beautiful book. Really well written. Not for everybody. I've seen a lot of controversial takes on this one. I personally really liked it, and I can't recommend it enough. Then we have another kind of controversial one, and it's It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I want to preface by saying I don't really like Tessa Bailey. I've tried many Tessa Bailey books. This duology is the only one that worked for me. This Hollywood socialite Piper is sent off to this small town, Westport, to kind of learn some humility after being a little bit out there and a little bit out, you know, bit much. When she's there, she meets this rugged, no-nonsense sea captain called Brendan, and Brendan won't take her nonsense. He doesn't care that she's famous. He doesn't want to hear it. Their clashing personalities just makes for a world of fun when you're reading this book, and to see someone who's so out of their depth in a town find their place and create this found family aspect and friendships and just finding their place is really, really beautiful, and I absolutely loved it. And I like the duology follow-up as well, and I can't recommend it enough. It's definitely those lovely small town summer vibes if that's what you're looking for. I wanted to throw a little YA in here as well in case you're a YA fan, and I would recommend the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy by Jenny Han. The whole trilogy I would recommend. I think it is such a fun one. Both the books and the TV show adaptation are brilliant. We're following Belly as she spends her summers with the Fisher Boys. I just think it's a really nice, nostalgic, tender look at first love, growing up, friendships, the difficulties of being a teen, and the bittersweet feelings of growing up and having to let go of your childhood. It's a really good one. I've got goosebumps right now just thinking about this book and that TV show. I really liked them. I thought they were wonderful, and I think if you're looking for perfect summer vibes, like, there is nothing better than this book for perfect summer vibes. It delivers in every regard. So if you are a YA fan, definitely pick this one up. Even if you're not, I'm not a massive YA fan, I would still recommend this for sure. Switching gears a little bit to more suspense novels, we have In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. For full disclosure, I didn't like this book. This was not a good one for me. It was a 2 stars, but I can definitely see why someone who likes Ruth Ware novels, because I personally don't, would really enjoy this. So I really wanted to put this in here because I think it is the perfect fit. If you want a tense, twisty thriller set in an isolated woodland cabin, this is the one for you. Nora invites her school friend Claire to her hen party in this isolated cabin where things just start to go very wrong and very strange very quickly. The book is told through flashbacks and also present day narrative, which keeps it very fast-paced and entertaining, and you're never bored because you're always flipping around. And whilst, as I said, I didn't love this book, I will say it's very tense and atmospheric, and I did find myself locked in a lot of the time to the story, which is perfect for a summer night where you want to binge a book and get really invested. I think this is a good one. I wanted to, full disclosure, not say that I love this book because I didn't, but I can definitely see why other people love it, and I would definitely think it was a good fit for this one. For the fantasy lovers out there, I have included Circe by Madeline Miller, one of my favourite books of all time. Circe is a stunning retelling of Greek mythology, surrounded around Circe, who is banished to an island. She's completely alone, she's isolated, she is sad, and we get to watch her through her struggles and her transformations and learning to grow on her own as a powerful woman. Madeline Miller manages to craft a lush, rich, lyrical tale full of magic and power and isolation, and also identity that I think really sits with you for a long time after reading this book. It's a magical, immersive escape, and I want nothing more than to read this book for the first time again. And sitting there on a summer night reading this book is my idea of a perfect summer. Please pick it up if you haven't read Circe already. Even if you didn't like The Song of Achilles, because I didn't, make sure you give Circe a chance. It's so worth it and so amazing, and I think summer is a really good time for it. I never really throw in any non-fiction recs, so I thought this was the time to do it. So I would recommend The Salt Path by Raynor Wynn, which is a memoir story about 2 people who travel the coast, which is a 630-mile hike after losing their home, their money, everything. It's such a beautiful story about resilience and nature's healing powers, and just appreciating the beauty of the English coastline, even when your life is in ruins. This couple just did things so perfectly and took such optimism out of such a horrific situation that it really makes you reflect on your situation and how you could be handling things, which I think I needed in the moment that I read this. If anybody's craving that outdoor adventure without actually having to go and perform in an outdoor adventure or a 630-mile hike, which I certainly don't want to do, I think reading this is a really, really good one. And I don't normally enjoy a memoir, but I think this one was told really, really well. It could be fiction from the way it was told. So if you're someone who's not used to non-fiction and you want an easy slip in, this is a really good one. There is a sequel that I quite enjoy as well, but I definitely think this first one is something magical. And I spread this around my whole family. I was like, read this, read this, read this. Like, everybody in my family has read this. I think it's so immersive and fascinating, and again, a self-reflection moment. So That is something very out there for me with a non-fiction rec. They're rare, so enjoy. Now, if you're craving something a little bit more intense, quite a bit darker, then Eden by Tim Lebbon is for you. It's a gripping eco-thriller, borderline horror that's set in a near-future world ravaged by climate change. To combat environmental collapse, humanity have created these little zones where humanity cannot enter. They were designed to bring back wildlife, to create spaces where the plantation can run free and we have no say in it, and help, hopefully, the world survive. In these zones, a lot of thrill-seeking adventure racers try to enter to experience what no one else has, and in this book we follow one of those teams. But what they find in this zone is not just untamed nature, it's deadly, it's ancient, and it's powerful. With all the descriptions of the plants and the tropical setting, this is what makes this a perfect summer read, especially if you're looking for something that is not light, is not fun. This is scary through and through, but still has the summer vibes that I really, really enjoy. Especially if you love a high-stakes survival story, this is it. So those are my 10 best summer recommendations for you, varying through very many different genres. Which one are you going to pick up, if any? Do you have any recommendations for me? If you do, just let me know down below. I would love to hear them because I need to build my own summer TBR. But thank you so much for watching. I've missed filming these videos, so hopefully I'll be back more consistently, but we'll see. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye.